Okay, this is a Beretta APX co2 BB gun. It's made in Taiwan for Umarex. It shoots 177 caliber steel BBs. Gotta go through the functionality a little bit. We got a safety on this side. Why you need a safety is beyond me, but there's no air or CO2 in this, so pull the trigger, safety, disconnects the trigger, trigger's back on, pull the trigger. The slide is metal, the frame is polymer, and it does have a holdback on the slide, so it holds the slide open. You just hit that and the slide comes forward, which is pretty cool. I think it holds open on the last shot. It doesn't really do much. The slide it operates when the gun goes off, and it has a blowback action, but it's really not that powerful. But it's okay. You do get about 100 shots out of this thing, which is pretty cool. But if you're looking for something with realistic blowback action, this is really not your gun. It doesn't really give you any feedback when you shoot it. No, not much anyway. Like I said, the slide release here is pretty neat. It's just just kind of there for looks, really. Doesn't really do anything. I think the gun will even fire with the slide in place, or the slide back. The magazine release is here where it should be, which is cool. You got your stick magazine, which I'm perfectly okay with. You bring the slide down, you put your BBs in, you let it go, and it loads them into the magazine. Your CO2 is back here, right in that pocket. You stick the cartridge in. You have a little thing here. You turn until it seats, and you give it a nice big twist, and it goes. It seats. You get a little hiss, and it seats, and you get the air going. Put your BBs back in. Make sure it's seated, and you're ready to go. You don't have to cock it or anything. You just start the fire. Trigger on this thing is, well, it's not like your average striker fire pistol trigger. It's more like a BB gun trigger, which is fine. It does give you a workout because it's got a pretty heavy-duty spring on there, but it's not bad. It's a decent trigger for what it is. It does do a lot. It operates the barrel. It loads the BB and releases the barrel into the little thing where the CO2 goes through and shoots the BB out. So they're asking a lot of what it's doing, so it does have a little bit of a tension to it, a little bit of a pull. But it's smooth, it's not bad. It has a little bit of a detent about halfway through. Click, bang, click, bang, which is pretty good. It gives you a little bit of a indicator of when the thing is going to fire. I got this for kind of training purposes, for work out the trigger. That way I can work the trigger and keep the gun on target, and it does help because the trigger is a little stiff, so it really does train you to keep the sights on the target while you're pulling trigger, which is not always it's easier said than done sometimes. So everybody requires a little practice, and it does allow you to shoot it in an area where you normally wouldn't be able to shoot your real firearms. That's about it. We're going to go through the loading process and put the CO2 in there quickly, and then we'll get to some target practice. Okay, we got our gun apart here, and what we're going to do is load some BBs and put some CO2 in this thing. Now, I like to load these things over a tray, so if you spill them all over the place, you just throw them back in the thing. This is pretty easy to do. You just put them into this hole here until they fill up. Like I say, they spill all over the place, but no worries. Now you got your BBs in there. Bring this down and slide. This is ready to go into the gun. Put that aside. Got your CO2 cartridge. A little bit of silicone oil. Doesn't really matter. It should be silicone oil though, so it doesn't eat the seals in the gun. And this goes into the back. This is a little knob over here. If I can get that out. There we go. And you just turn this until it seats gently, and then you give it a nice big twist. Try not to point it at you. Put your handle back on. Seat your magazine. You're ready to go. Okay, we're out here at our range. We've got the Beretta APX out, and we're going to shoot a couple of targets and see what we can do. We're going to start off on that white box there. We're going to go for the top box and see what kind of accuracy we can get out of it. That's 5 shots. One of them hit the box. Okay, they're all, it's about a, I don't know, 6-inch group or so. Let's go for the bottom box. I did much better on that one. Haven't shot this gun in a while, so let's go for those spinners. We'll go for the one on the left. Okay, top group was the first couple of shots, bottom group was the next couple of shots. Those are 2-inch squares. That was at about 30 feet standing, and it's not bad. You can do a lot better with a little bit of practice. Okay, we're back in action. We're going to go for the spinner on the left again. Go for the spinner on the right. And they do come back at you, so you know, if you're shooting BBs, make sure you're wearing some eye protection. Let's try the one on the left again. Okay, and it does have the hole back on the last shot, which I forgot about, which is kind of cool. That's it. Beretta APX, not a bad little shooter. This one came with 1,000 BBs and I think like 12 CO2 cartridges, which is kind of neat for, this is like under $65, which is not bad at all. Thanks for watching.